This is a message from sponsor Intuit TurboTax. Taxes was getting frustrated by your forms. Now Taxes is uploading your forms with a snap, and a TurboTax expert will do your taxes for you. One who's backed by the latest tech, which cross-checks millions of data points for absolute accuracy, all of which makes it easy for you to get the most money back guaranteed. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live full service. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
Get the Angel Reese special at McDonald's now. Let's break it down. My favorite barbecue sauce, American cheese, crispy bacon, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun, of course. And don't forget the fries and a drink. Sound good? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating restaurants for a limited time.
Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode of the Millennial Management Podcast. I'm your host, Brandi, the Millennial Manager, and today is Tuesday. If you are inside of Patreon, if you are not inside of Patreon, it is Wednesday, and I hope y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Please make sure that you rate the podcast and just say how much you love it. Also, if you would like to join Patreon for our weekly lives as well as the early episodes, go ahead and join today. And let's get started with our first email. This one is from Betty, and it says, "Good morning. First of all, I love you, and me and my friends feel like you are always talking about our manager." I am. I am talking about your raggedy ass manager, girl, and I love you too. Tell your friends I said what's up, and I love you back, girl. I am writing to hear your thoughts on my manager. She is very young and immature with very little experience in the work we do. She doesn't want to hear suggestions from us blacks, not us blacks, oh my God, that have been doing this work for over 20 years. She does have favorites, all of whom are white and non-black, and she shows it. She works the hell out of our black houseman, schedules him by himself to set up events, lifting very heavy tables, but schedules the other non-black housemen to come in and do absolutely nothing. Me and my other black co-workers have been seeing this and been tired. Saturday, I finally told her how I felt about the situation. Of course, she sent me home after that. Girl! If you are dealing with a manager who is actively discriminating inside of the workplace and you have evidence, you have the proof, you and your coworkers that are about that shit, y'all need to go talk to an attorney. Flat out. If you can prove that there has been some type of discrimination, there is almost no point for you to discuss it with her. I would either go and discuss it with HR, but that is tricky. Okay, because we know how HR likes to get down. But if y'all really serious about y'all shit, go and talk to an attorney. A lot of times discussing things with an attorney and really putting your foot down and saying, you know what, I'm not going to stand for discrimination. That shows that you are more on business than talking. Stop talking to the motherfuckers. There is no reasoning with them because they don't think anything that they're doing is wrong. They have no problem discriminating against people. And so if you really want to show these people that you are about your business, go and talk to a fucking attorney immediately. The other option would, of course, be reported to the EEOC. However, with the state of the federal government, I don't know how much they're going to be on your side, okay? Because we got a nut up in there. So it may not go in your favor with that. They may deem whatever she's doing not discriminatory. That's why you need to go ahead and talk to an attorney. That is my recommendation for sure. And on to our next email. This one says, "Hi, Brandi. I told my manager that I was going through a divorce and would need time off periodically for hearings. I later informed her that my daughter would have to have surgery and was recently diagnosed with autism. I told her that I don't need time off for now, but would like to start understanding the use of FMLA. After this, they started documenting every little thing, including misspoken words in meetings. Because you talk too damn much. Put me on a PRP and took all of my tools from me that I used to do my job, so I could not reach any of my goals. I am a recruiter. I took the day off to see my therapist to complete the form, and they fired me when I returned back to work at 8 o'clock. Damn. Now I am sitting here with no job, going through a divorce and a recent autism diagnosis. I know you're about to call me a turtle. Turtle. You are correct, but I'm not going to kick you when you're down, my sister. I'm not going to do that. What I am going to say is the next job that you have, shut your damn mouth. Everything that's going on in your personal life is none of their fucking business. You gave her a hint that there was going to be an issue, and she said, you know what I'm going to do? Get your ass up out of here. And that's exactly what they did. Turtle, the next job you have, keep it cute and mute. I don't give a fuck if Thanos zapped your house or whatever it is that he do. Snap his fingers and your house is gone. I don't give a fuck what you got going on. It is to yourself. When you start a new job, you don't need to tell their ass nothing. Okay, don't talk about your daughter that got autism. Don't say nothing. Keep it cute and keep it quiet. There is nothing beneficial from being transparent at work. I want you to hear me. No one is going to understand. They're not going to, be on your side. They're not going to support you. This is work. And you need to treat these motherfuckers like they are not an enemy, but they're not on your side 100%. Okay? They're not going to have your back 100% when it comes to matters outside of the workplace or in the workplace. These are associates. Okay? Turtle, don't ever do that again. Everybody that is listening, please stop oversharing at work. They don't need to know any of the personal things that happen in your life. I really, truly hope that you land on your feet from this. I know you have a lot going on, friend. So I ain't gonna, stay on you too long, but I am gonna say, hush it up. Don't say no more when you go to your next job. And I definitely hope that everything works out. All right, and on to our next email. This one says, Dear Brandi, I love your perspective as a fellow millennial manager. At my workplace, full-timers receive their sick and vacation time up front at the beginning of the year. We don't require a reason for sick days, but after 12 sick days, taken with 360 days, we ask for a simple doctor's note.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
Get the Angel Reese special at McDonald's now. Let's break it down. My favorite barbecue sauce, American cheese, crispy bacon, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun, of course. And don't forget the fries and a drink. Sound good? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating restaurants for a limited time.
With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Also, vacation time should be requested at least 1 week in advance. That's what I do too. Those exceptions are frequently made. My goal is to maintain friendly, healthy, and a productive environment. One employee, consistently is always one motherfucker, ain't it? One employee consistently uses all their time, which is great, but rarely gives advance notice for vacation days, often calling out the morning of. Last year, they extended their sick time without providing a doctor's note. Recently, I addressed the whole team with a refresher on our policies. Now, this particular employee is burning through a good chunk of their time, and it's not even March. I know this employee has some real personal life issues. When they come back to work, they're great at their job. At the same time, I need accountability so I don't have to scramble for coverage. I'd like to have a meeting with them, but I don't want to overstep in case there is something that is going on or that they are going through. Am I asking too much? I appreciate your honesty. Let me have it. Well, Benny, my opinion is that you should definitely have a meeting with them. Now that you've had the meeting with the team, right? You did a broadcast meeting. That's the first step, because you don't ever want to single people out. You have a meeting to make sure that everybody is up to date on what is expected. And then the person who is violating, that's when you have that second meeting. If they still do it, and it looks like this person still is. So you are well within your right to have that conversation and try to keep it as related to the PTO request. Don't say anything about anything personal happening outside of the workplace. Keep it only related to providing enough time for coverage, because if you communicate too much, then things can kind of get a little funky up in there. If you know that there's something going on outside of the workplace, there's no need to address it. Simply tell them, give me enough time for coverage. If you need a vacation day off, you have to request it within 7 days. That's it. That's the only requirement. And you may have some pushback there, but you are being fair. If they still continue to violate after y'all have that conversation, then that's something totally different. That's something totally different, guys. We still have to follow the rules in the workplace. We cannot just create our own and do what we want to do. This is a business. It's a corporation. Now, if you're planning your way out, then plan your way out, baby. But don't think that they are not going to get your ass if you are not following the rules and regulations in the workplace, okay? I never tell y'all to violate a rule. I always tell you to do exactly what you are paid to do, which is your job, and follow those rules, okay? Follow them and the policies when you are calling out. As for you, Benny, I definitely hope they are receptive to the information. Make it a gentle reminder. Please let them know that I'm on your side, friend. This is the company policy, and this is what I need you to abide by. Can you do that for me? Thank you very much. All right, and on to our next email. This one says, what can I do about a coworker who randomly comes up to me gossiping? Also, they come up to me and initiate a problem with the schedule or assignments. However, they want to fuss and cause conflict about it the whole shift. I think rather than coming to me, they should talk to a supervisor. I am just a regular employee that is above my pay grade. I just want to sit by myself, and here they come starting chaos. Baby, the reason why they're coming to you is because the problem that they really have is not a real problem. They just want to fucking complain. If they had a real issue, they would take it to the person who can solve the problem. So now you're just talking for no reason. The next time they come and talk to you or try to complain, I have no issue with it. Have a good day. Turn around and do your work. Seriously, like you really have to block foolishness, because people want attention. And if you're not giving them any attention, you're not feeding whatever this is, because they want a response, they'll eventually stop. Because there's no attention there. They're like, damn, I can't take this over to Betty, because Betty ain't fucking with me like that. She not trying to hear all this shit every day. Or if you don't want to do something that's a little more direct, you can redirect them gently by turning the conversation totally different. Like, my favorite show on TV is Game of Thrones. I love that show. Have you ever seen Game of Thrones? Like, if you don't feel like you can really just cut it dry, you could do something like that. Throw something else in, child. You got to do what you got to do for peace. Because if they really had a problem at work, you would take it to the people who can actually do something about it. I have never liked that. I have always been a person of action. And there's just not a whole lot of resolve that can come to you complaining to a coworker about the work experience. And furthermore, there's always a level of uncertainty of how that conversation is going to be viewed if it is made public. So that's why it's just best not to do it. It covers you from dealing with foolishness inside of the workplace, and it just keeps the workplace a positive one. If you really have an issue and you have constructive management, that is a key. If you have constructive management who is open to listening, then talk to them about it. That's your best bet. And that is going to be it for today's podcast. I want to say thank you so much for listening in to our email episode. Please also make sure you rate the podcast. Say how much you love the podcast. If you want to send an email, you can send it over to the TheePodcast Meal Management Pod. Meal is MILL at gmail.com. Okay, guys. Also, a huge shout out to Patreon. Thank you so much for sponsoring the podcast. I know you think it's just $6, but y'all, thank you so much for keeping the podcast alive and strong. And that's it. So I will see y'all on social media. Y'all have a wonderful day, and Patreon, y'all get to enjoy it early. Y'all have a good one. Bye.
Get the Angel Reese special at McDonald's now. Let's break it down. My favorite barbecue sauce, American cheese, crispy bacon, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun, of course. And don't forget the fries and a drink. Sound good? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating restaurants for a limited time.